Hi there, welcome to my fourth Java tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to be learning a little bit more about outputting to the screen. Now previously we were using this system.out dot system.out.println. Alright, there we go. And then we were printing out stuff using this. Now, the way we're doing things before is you could add, you say you create num equals 10. I can have in here the number is plus num. Okay, and I can run this and this will work fine because Java is Java's quite understanding about well, you being lazy. So what this is saying is you're trying to add a string, or concatenate is the word for joining strings. You're trying to concatenate a string with a number, which Java knows what you're trying to do. I think I showed this in the previous tutorial. It knows that you can't add an integer to a string, so it converts this to a string and then adds them together, which works, but it's not the way you should be doing it. It's bad programming practice. So it's all about getting the right way of doing things, because this is not ideal. So there is a much more acceptable way to do this, and it's using a method called Printf. So change ln to f. It stands for you're printing formatted text. So instead of doing plus num, plus num, you would do this. Okay. Now, there's one other thing you need to do, and you need to do %d. And I'll run this now and I'll explain it. The number is 10. Now that is a much more, well, tidier for a start, tidier and a better way of writing that code. This way, you're not actually, well, it's replacing this %d with num. Okay? What it does is this is saying you're looking for a decimal. This is the decimal after this string is ended. So after this comma, you take the first one, it's a decimal, you put it in here. Now you can have more than one, so I can have let me just show you. So I can have a string, and for a string I would put in hello %s. The number is now, takes it in order, so name, no, there we go. So let's run this. Hello Olivia, the number is 10. Okay, so you can see here now, this is much tidier than having to open and close your speech marks and add plus signs in and stuff together. So this is a much more improved way of doing things, and this can go on and on and on. Like I said, we can create a boolean, and just call it yes no again, and it's going to be equal to true, semicolon, is this this is, let's do this, is %b, and we go yes, no, and okay. It looks for this, then this is true, and we can do char letter equals C. This is getting long, but letter is %C, I think it is, as far as I can remember. Letter, and we run this here, and there we go, the letter is C. Now I'm going to get rid of some of this last stuff. Now, floating point variables and stuff like this here. Now, this is what we'll come to now. So, get rid of those. We've done integers. That is %D, stands for decimal. Now let's go for a floating point number. So float. This is the same for double, by the way. So float value equals. Now I'm just going to show you this. Math.pi. Okay. Math is a class that Java have created. So, sorry, yes, there needs to be double. My bad. Yeah, that's another thing. Things come up red, and you'll see this wee icon over here. If you click on it, it tells you what's wrong, and gives you options that will generally fix it. So no. So math .pi. Okay, there's a class called math, and in it there's this variable called pi. This holds the value of pi, which you learn in maths. It's the number for a circle. So anyway, this is then going to store the pi in value. Now, if I tell you what, I'll get rid of that integer. I'll just go with the number for pi is. Now we can't do D because D is a decimal, and a floating point or a double is not a decimal. It is an F, a floating point value. Okay, so let's run this, and we get 3.141593. Okay. Now the number goes on and on and on, but it's stopped there. Now, say we only want to take 3.1415. Okay, what we can do is we want one number before the decimal point, dot, and we want 4 after it. So let's try this then. If we run this here, it should produce 3.1416. Now it produces 16 because it rounds up. It takes the numbers after it and it checks them and see if it should round it up or round it down. And in this case it rounds it up because it's 159. So there you go. I can have it at 1.2. We run this and it goes 3.14 because the next number is 1, so it doesn't round it up. Now let's put a 2 here, and because it's going to be a 0, it ignores it if it wasn't going to be a 0. So let's just say the number was 123.1234. Okay, and we run this, we would get 123.12. Okay, the reason for this is this number here is gonna, it's hard to explain. Down here, these are the most significant figures. Okay, these are the numbers that make up the value. If I cut off the 1 from the front of that and just have 23, that's a big difference from the actual number. You can't do that as such. So even if I put in a 1 here, it'll still show that. Okay, but I can just do that there. There you go. So that means anything here before the decimal point will be displayed, and then after it you just show the two figures. Okay, so that is for printing out doubles and floats. Those are the hardest ones because you can add in this. Again, if you don't want to, you can just %F. That'll print out the number. Now, yeah, you'll notice it adds 2 zeros. That's because it takes up the entire double variable, which is has that many spaces. So it'll just print out zeros. Okay, again, why that is useful. So that is how to format your output. Thanks for watching, and please check out my next tutorial, and please subscribe. Thank you.